Here's how to convert from fractions to decimals using the calculator. So for example, if you have a fraction like 100 divided by 75, and your calculator gives you the answer in fraction as 4/3, or you don't want it to be as a fraction, you want it to be in decimal form, you simply press this button, SD, and it converts it to a decimal for you. Here's how to solve binary operations using a calculator. So you can convert from one base to another using a calculator, especially for base 10, which is decimal, base 16, which is hexadecimal, base 2, which is binary, and base 8, which is octal. So the first thing you want to do is to press the mode button and go to number 4, which is base n. Now the default base is decimal. So you can actually write any number in decimal, for example, 89, and press equal to. So to convert this, you simply press these buttons that have the little green buttons on top. So to convert it to a hexadecimal, I press this hex. So it is 59 in hexadecimal. And then I press this binary. So this is the value in binary 1011001. And I can also press this for octal. So in base 8, it is 131. So it works for any of these 4 bases. So if I'm in octal and I have a number like 663, I can also convert it back to decimal by pressing the option for decimal. That is 435 in decimal. And this is it, 1D3 in hexadecimal. And in binary, that's the value. So that is how to convert from one base to another using a calculator. We can solve the above question using a calculator. So we press the mode button and then we go to number 7. So we can write it down now. 3x squared. For x, we'll click alpha and then we'll click the x here. So that's 3x squared plus 4x plus 3. So this is f of x. And then what we do is we press equal to. And then this start simply means from where do you want it to start imputing the values of x? Do you want it to start from x as 1 or x as 2? So you can leave it as x as 1. And where do you want it to end? Let it end at x at 6, for example. This step means, do you want it to skip one step, like, 1, 3, 5, 7? But if you want it to bring out all the values, just leave it as step 1. If you put it as step 2, it's going to be skipping every 2 values. So it's going to find x, it's going to find f of x when x is 1, when x is 3, when x is 5. But we want it to bring out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to leave this step as 1. When you press equal to, the table comes out. So when x is 1, f of x is 10. When x is 2, f of x is 23. And so on and so forth, down to the 5th digits, or the 6th digits rather. So this is how we can use a calculator to get a table of values for f of x when x is 1 to 6. Here's how to convert a complex number from a rectangular form into a polar form. So first of all, you want to make sure that your calculator is set to a complex mode. That's the only way you can actually write 4 plus 6i. So the next thing is to press your equal to, and then you're going to press shift 2, and you're going to pick option 3, which is a polar form. So this is converting your answer to a polar form, and when you press equal to, your answer has been converted into a polar form.